This morning, in our continuing series of interviews with people who've been associated with Sabre Yachts over its 50-year history, we're with Brenda Collins. Some of our customers and viewers may know her as Brenda Amato, as she was known when she first joined the company. Brenda, welcome. And how long were you with Sabre Yachts? I know you're in retirement now, but
29 years.
And your role was National Sales Manager, correct?
Correct.
So, what was your typical day like working at Sabre Yachts?
Well, I would get into my desk thinking that I knew exactly what I was going to do, and it never ended up that way because I ended up doing exactly the opposite because every phone call that came in was different, and I had so much fun meeting the clients, speccing out boats with them, and interacting with the shop. Just, it was magical working. And I say all the time how lucky I was to have a job that I made people happy. We had a lot of fun. We had Camp Sabre, where we, for the dealer meeting, we decided to go to a camp, and Roger's wife's family had the Gulick Girls Camp, and they still do today. And we decided we'd do a dealer meeting like it was, they all went to camp. And we did that for a number of years. I think it was like 3 or 4 years. And people, old dealers, sailboat dealers, still talk about that. And it was just like going to camp. We stayed in cold cabins. We had relay races. It was like going back in time and being a kid again.
Tell us a little bit about the few weeks of time between the transition between the Houston era and the Zilka era at Sabre Yachts, and how you participated with your other partners to keep things going.
You're going to make me cry now.
That's fine.
It was tough, but it was such a short-lived toughness. There were 3 of us left in the company, and we knew that somebody would come in and buy the company. It was just the name and the brand and the product was too good not to have somebody come in and buy it. It really sold faster than we thought it would, but in 7 weeks. But I went in every day, and we had boats under construction. The bank was really nice enough not to lock the door, so I just answered the phone like we were still open. It was a tough time, but Sabre survived it thanks to Ed Miller coming in as a Sabre owner and really saving the company.
Now tell us a little bit about the 362 and what it meant.
It was the beginning of the second half of Sabre Yachts. I think Atlantic City might have been the first boat show we took it to. I can't remember, but I decided to put a big red bow on it. Right. But anyway, it was, the 362 just went crazy. People loved it. We couldn't keep up with the sales. I think Ed Miller was just blown away with the fact that he bought a company. And then Danielle came in that following September, and the company just did nothing but this. You know, Danielle is the most generous person. I remember one year when it was really a cold winter, and he put extra money in everybody's paycheck to help them with fuel. I remember somebody's car not working and couldn't get to work, and he lent them one of his cars so they could get to work. All through both management with Roger and Danielle, it was so giving and wonderful to work for both of those companies at the time, because I felt like we were family, and it carries through from management to the associates to the owners. And I think you see that when you talk to owners too. If you interview any owners, I don't know if you're going to do that, that they all feel like they're part of the Sabre family as well.
When you started, you were strictly sail, and then when you ended, it was strictly power. How did you feel about that transition from one to the other?
Well, I was probably one of the last holdouts of not giving up the sailboat manufacturing. And not that I was a big sailor, because I wasn't, but I loved the sailing part of our company, and it was our heritage. It was what Roger Hewson founded our company on, and I hated to see it go. It was the right choice to make, but it was hard to see it go.
Well, Brenda, thank you. It
You're
was
welcome.
wonderful spending some time with you here in Annapolis, Maryland.
Well, thank you.